Alright, now we're taking a look at this Polaroid i737, and I might have had this camera for a few weeks now, but not a very long time. And basically I started out really liking it. I still like some of the features, but the camera is getting ready to be replaced for a couple of reasons, and I figured I'd go through the video here to explain some of those. In the first video, I really like how fast it turns on. Not used to that. My other cameras took a while, and not a big deal, but what kind of a neat feature is as it turns on, I'm able to tell it what picture I want it to show there. If I can get it to do it, I have that picture of a knife there. So anyway, it turns on really fast. All the controls I'm really pleased with. The picture taking button is right there. It's actually kind of a pain to push, so I don't like that button anymore. Power button is fine. The only real issue there is it's right where the flash button was on my last couple of cameras, so occasionally I turn this thing off when I don't want to. Places where your hands are going to be have some traction built into the cases, and that's pretty handy. So it's definitely an easy camera to hold on to. Now I noticed that when I'm, for example, in video mode, I would push this button and flip back and forth between video and regular camera mode. There's a bunch of other modes which I don't use, but it's a fairly simple way to get back and forth between camera and video. It's a silent way to get back and forth, which is kind of nice. And what I really like about it is when I'm in video mode like I am now, I can turn on the little flower there shows up. I can turn on close-up, which is really handy. However, the sound on this camera is horrible, and I get nothing but complaints on the video aspect of this camera. It makes people's voices sound real tinny, and it's just not a very good audio camera. That is the first thing I don't like about it. And the worst thing about it is when I go back to regular camera mode and take a picture. I'll take a picture right now. Notice that damn date keeps showing up, and that might be great if I was taking snapshots, but I'm not. I'm usually taking pictures of an item for a review or something, and I can get into the menu and find the place for the date stamp, but I can't turn the damn thing off. So that part is really getting to bug me, and you know, that's doesn't seem like a big deal, but let's say I take a picture there. That date stamp is right on the thing that I'm taking the picture of, so what I end up having to do is hold off, waste a bunch of the space on the, available space on the picture there, the photo, in order to have room to edit that thing off, which means I have to edit that thing off. So that part's driving me nuts, and that part alone is going to make this camera get stuck in a drawer and be my backup camera, only for emergencies. Everything else about the camera I really like. This button isn't so great. It's kind of tough to get it to actually push once in a while. For whatever reasons, I don't know if that's the software on the camera deciding that it's not the right time to take the picture, but I typically like to have a picture taken when I push the button. And the menus are a little complicated. As I was just trying to explain there, to turn off the date stamp, I went into the menu, but that's actually not the way to do it. You have to go into this other mode first, then hit the menu, and then you get a different set of menus up here. Then I can get the date stamp, and occasionally I can go up and toggle it from off to on to off again, and then flip it back to the regular picture taken automatic mode, and then sometimes that turns the date stamp off, but it didn't this time. You can see the date stamp still there. That part's really driving me nuts. So, pretty good camera. Again, if you're using it for taking home pictures and you want the date stamp there, nothing wrong with this camera. If you're taking videos and you want the close-up ability of the video, that part's is great. Sound is just horrible. I noticed the microphone is up here, and I might try putting a little tape over that microphone. It's actually these 3 dots. I might try putting a little tape over the microphone in case that helps. If it's too sensitive, maybe that'll help, but that doesn't help. I'm afraid this camera is getting stuck into a drawer or stuck into a pocket on a backpack, and it'll be my backup camera.